विष्णुपराय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती की नामने शिवाय सभानि विधि विजयता कृपाब्दे कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान जाने तपोवन मधुर श्रीप्रेमाभ्य श्रीरूपानुग भक्तिराज श्री गौर करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमस्ते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमती दिनतारिणी रूपानुग विधाप सिद्धांत संहारिणी नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षाद्वैराग्यमूर्ते विप्लम्बरसम्भवे परममुदते नमः नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामे गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुग्रहते गौरविभवभूमिष्ठं निरेष्टासजनप्रिय वैष्णवसार्वभौम श्रीजगन्नाथाय नमः वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितपावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले संरूपकरामह्यं ददाति स्वापदन्तिकम् नमो महावरणाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतीश्वराय हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राहे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि जयता सुरतोपंगो मम मंदमते गति मत्सवास पराम्बोजो श्रीराधा मदनोहन दिव्यानंदान कपिलमन श्रीमद्दाग सिंहासनको श्रीराधा गोविंद देव सेवमान स्मरामि सिमरासन सारमि लंसीपतिता सीता कार्षमेनि सनेकोपि गोपीनाथ शेषिना वृंदावने तुलसी प्यारे किस्मसिचा कृष्ण भक्ति परे देवी सत्यवती नमः वंचितात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तिरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तिशक्तिकं जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Bhagavan Shrimadev ki jai. Kasipu Maharaj ki jai. So, still recovering from last night's drama. Gurave Gaura Chandra Radhika Dadale Krishna Krishna Bhaktaya Tadavaktaya Namo Namaha Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So first of all I give pranams Lotus feet of Gurudev, Om Vishnupad, Srimad Bhaktivedan Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Also my Shiksha Gurus, Nityalila Prashrila Gaur Govinda Maharaj, Nityalila Prashrila Bhaktivedan Brahman Maharaj, Nityalila Prashrila Bhaktivedan Chavikram Maharaj, Sri Bhaktivedan Madhusudan Maharaj, Sri Pujapada Vadud Maharaj, Vaishnavas. Thank you for coming. So today is most auspicious day, appearance day of Nrsingadev. Also by His grace, 7 days and 7 nights so far, no obstacles, no problems. Except last night's dancing cracked the floorboards. So I'll have to be careful of that. I'm sure last night didn't help me. So, very quickly last night we went through Sri Ramananda Roy's Samvad. We could not give proper justice to the beauty of the teachings contained within it. So after instructing, who instructed who, that is also a question. Even though Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as Krishna, is the original spiritual master, still, like a disciple, he is inquiring from Sri Ramananda Roy. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave so much emphasis, the importance of hearing, the importance of accepting also Shiksha Guru, how much important. 2 types of Guru, 6 types of Guru is there actually. Diksha Guru, but most prominent is Diksha Guru and Shiksha Guru. Diksha Guru who gives mantras, who initiates one in the process of chanting. But Shiksha Guru also so much important, who by their affection, by their Harikatha, give us so much nourishment. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became like disciple of Sri Ramananda Roy. You could imagine the position of the devotees of Mahaprabhu. Therefore there's one verse in the very beginning of Sri Ramananda Roy, Samvad, which is just like the ocean, when heated by the sun, forms a cloud. And that cloud gives the same rain that he took from the ocean back to the ocean. Sanchara Mahabhri Bhakti Megeswa Bhakti Siddhanta Chayamritana Gaurabhyata Amuna Vityana Sanchara Ratna Prayanam Itena. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is considered like an ocean of devotion because he's in the mood of Radharani. So like an endless ocean. And when the ocean is heated, then the vapor condenses in the form of cloud. Ramananda Roy is considered to be like devotee cloud. So when the rain from the cloud falls on the cloud is giving the ocean's own water back to the ocean. Who is Ramananda Roy? He is nothing else but the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what he is speaking then is also the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The very deep thing is there. If there's a constellation called Swati Nakshatra, that constellation has so much power. When the rain at that time falls during the time of that constellation, that rain has a special potency. If the rain at that time touches an oyster, the oyster produces a pearl. If it touches a snake, the snake produces a jewel. If it touches a cow, the cow produces gorucha. You could imagine how rare is that constellation, because these things we have never seen. If it touches a banana plant, produces camphor. If it touches, therefore that rain has power. Therefore Ramananda Roy, what he spoke, this is like a rain. But what he spoke of with direct realization of Radharani's names, forms, qualities and pastimes, because Ramananda Roy is Visakha Shakti. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to understand the mood of Radharani. And who knows Radharani the best? Vishakha. Then when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard from Vishakha Sakhi about the glories of Radharani, then Mahaprabhu had some realizations. So let's say Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became like an ocean, but after hearing from Ramananda Roy, that ocean became full of jewels. It means realizations. So how much important is Shiksha Mahaprabhu teaching like that? Therefore when Mahaprabhu asked from Ramananda Roy, please tell me the goal of life, Ramananda Roy said, I am Sudra, low family. And you are sannyasi, then how I can instruct you? Then Mahaprabhu said, Kiva Vipra, Kiva Jnasi, Sudra, Kenanoinja, Krishna Tattavati Sekara. Who is Guru? You should not judge by externals. He is Brahman, he is sannyasi. Who knows Krishna? Not knows Guru. So Mahaprabhu, all these things, even though Mahaprabhu, of course, he is the Supreme Lord, but acting as Brahman and sannyasi, still he took instruction from Ramananda. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spent 10 further days with Ramananda, then left, and he continued his tour of South India. So, on the way he converted all types of persons to devotion. Mimamsaks, the followers of Uttaramamamsa, Purvamamamsa, the followers of Sankhya Yoga, the followers of Patanjali, 6 darshans, 6 philosophies of India. Mahaprabhu, whoever he met, such he completely changed them into devotees. There also were some Buddhists. Buddhists are atheistic persons. When they met Mahaprabhu, there was one very learned Buddhist. He tried to defeat Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by debate. But who can defeat the Supreme Lord? No one. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu defeated him. Then the Buddhist became full of anger. So he gave one plate of food full of contaminated things. And said, please take this, this is prasad. So as he was saying that, one huge bird came, took the plate, flew in the sky. All the horrible things fell on the head of the Buddhist. And the bird dropped the plate on the head. It made a huge sound, cutting his head, and he fell unconscious. Then all the Buddha's disciples ran to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, money, there's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there on the wall. Okay. Golden Krishna. Please save the life of our spiritual master. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you should go and chant in his ears very loudly. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu initiated them into the chanting of Harinam. Then they went in their Guru's ear, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Then the disciples initiated the Guru. And the Guru came to life again. He fell at the feet of the Lord, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu disappeared, no one could find him. In this way, everywhere Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went, he converted everyone to devotion, to especially Gaudiya Vaishnavism, in the service of Radha Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had one servant. His name was Kala Krishna Das. We described already yesterday, Mahaprabhu did not want to take any devotee because the devotees were always causing some disturbance to him. Like Jagannatha Pandit always would try to make the Lord lie on one mattress. Other devotees wanted to give him oil for his head. Other devotees were always cooking many nice things to give him. And this is not good for sannyas. Nityananda broke his danda. Damodar Pandit, if he did anything wrong, Damodar Pandit would chastise. So Mahaprabhu said, I am not taking anyone. Then finally the devotee said, at least you take one person. Because when you're moving and walking and you fall unconscious, then someone has to carry your cloth, protect your water pot, maybe cook, take care of you. So they chose one man, Kala Krishna. Kala Krishna. Actually, his name was Krishnadas after he got the name Kala Krishna. Kala means black. So he was Brahman, simple, and he was always with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, serving. Guru Maharaj said even though he was doing so much service, he never really developed attraction for hearing the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore what happened? One day Mahaprabhu said, you stay here, Krishnadas, I'm going for collecting vegetables, rice. So as Mahaprabhu left, there was one gypsy tribe, like hippies I guess. They were called the Bhattataris. What would they do? A young girl would be attracted by some of the boys of the village, of the moving tribe. So the young boys would attract young girls into the tribe. And the young girls would attract the young boys into the tribe, and so they would populate and procreate and move from place to place. Huh? A bit like Living Dead too. What's it called? Those guys, that band? Huh? Grateful Dead, a bit like that. Something. So, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was away begging, then one of these young Bhattatari girls went to Krishnadas, and by talking to him, she seduced him. He became infatuated. He left and went with the tribe. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back, where's my sevak gone? He's disappeared. Then he went looking for Krishnadas and he found them in the camp of the gypsies. Actually, it's funny, gypsies, when we were in Turkey, we did one Harinam in the street. Then there was some guy, they said, tomorrow's a huge gypsy festival. Please come and chant and dance in the gypsy festival. Roman, they call it, Romanos. So we did, it was an amazing experience. Then we were chanting Harinam, then, go Radhe, Radhe, Govinda, like that. And all of them were chanting Radhe, Radhe. It was like it was like in a dream. So this is happening in Turkey. And I chanted the name of Radharani. So Mahaprabhu went to them and said, I'm in the renounced order, and you are in the renounced order. It means you have no homes, you move here and there. Therefore, why are you giving pain to me by taking my servant? Please, you return him back. Then the Bhattataris became angry. What did they do? They tried to kill the Lord. They took knives and swords, axes, and they went to kill him. And what happened? Those axes began chopping the gypsies to pieces. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reached and grabbed the seeker of Krishnadas and pulled him. And Krishnadas was shouting, leave me alone. I don't want to go with you. I want to stay with you. So how powerful is Maya, the illusory energy? Someone is right next to the Supreme Lord, the personal servant. What? He became delivered. Became completely bewildered by Maya. Sometimes we see that. There was someone who was with the Guru so many years, but never really took his moods. We see often, not just our Gurudev, but all spiritual masters. There were some people just come for the opulence of the Guru, some people come for the name and fame. And Guru gives that thing, but bhakti he keeps hidden. Or just speak of Guru, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Kali Krishna. The Guru Maharaj said it was no mistake, he never heard really the katha of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he did so much there. Cooking, cleaning, this and that. So very, very deep instructions. Guru Maharaj would always say, I do not consider personal association to be Sangha. Sangha is not just by body, Sangha is by Shraddha, by faith. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went there, he met the Tattvavadis. Understand, everywhere Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he defeated everyone and made them into devotees. So Tattvavadis are a branch of the Madhva Sampradaya. So at first they avoided him because they thought Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a Mayavadi. But then by his chanting and dancing they could understand, no, he is a Vaishnava. So they welcomed him and respected him. Then Mahaprabhu asked, please tell me what is the goal of life and the means to achieve it. So the Tattvavadi said, the goal of life is Vishnu Bhakti, Mukti, and one achieves liberation by following Varnashram and Dharma. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that is foolish. And he quoted Bhagavatam, Salokya, Sasti, Suruvikit, Sur Ekatva, Pyuta, Diyamanam Nakrinam, Binamat Sevanam Jana. Even if the Lord offers liberation to a devotee, he never accepts it. So how liberation can be the goal of life? Prema is the goal of life. Pure love for Krishna, Krishna Prem. And it's awoken by Shravan Kirtan. And Mahaprabhu quoted Prahlad Maharaj, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Achanam Bandhanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanavedanam Iti Pumsapita Vishnu Bhaktischanavalakshanam Kriti Bhagavati Adamaniti Adatu Uttama. Prahlad Maharaj said, oh Father, the best thing is one who completely surrenders to the two forms of Vishnu. One form of Vishnu is a spiritual master, Asraya Vigraha. The second form is Krishna himself, Visaya Vigraha. One who under the guidance of Guru surrenders to Visaya Bhagavan, Sri Krishna, and having surrendered performed the 9 limbs of devotion, hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, archana, worshipping in the temple, becoming a servant of Krishna, the friend of Krishna, and completely surrendering everything to Krishna. Atmanavedanam, that person has the topmost knowledge. So when the Tattvavadis heard the staunch faith of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in devotion, they became astonished. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, your sampradaya only has one good thing. You believe in the deity. You have faith in the deity. So Mahaprabhu changed all of them also. And very important thing, Mahaprabhu came to Sri Rangan temple. I was lucky, like a year and a half I lived near that temple, but only went once. How much I was unfortunate. The temple built by the Sri Sampradaya. Huge temple, devotee city. 7 walls. Have you been there? Huge. That city was built by a great devotee. You hear the stories. It's a little off topic, but it's very interesting. He was a great devotee. In that time, the deity was being taken care of, the deity of Ranganath, one name of Krishna, Ranganath. But the deity was not being taken care of. There were birds in the temple, they were passing stool and bats. So the devotee felt so much pain. The Lord is living like this. I want to build a very nice temple for him. Therefore he went around asking, please give some donation for the construction of the temple of the Lord. Did anyone give? No one. So he became angry. Everything belongs to the Supreme Lord. Why they are not giving his things for his seva? So he had a few disciples. One disciple could walk on water. One disciple could, if you spoke to him, he would freeze you. As long as he was speaking to you, you couldn't move. I know a few people like that. me out of here. Another disciple, he could open anything. So there's 3 disciples. So the Guru became angry. They're not giving voluntarily, then I will take. So he began stealing and plundering everything. What lock or safe could remain unopened to him, the disciple would open. And when the other disciple would talk to you, then you become frozen. Watch go and pocket out and everything. Where's my ATM card? And the other disciple could walk on water. Therefore they began plundering all the wealth of the very wealthy persons in that district. But still, even though that so much money was coming in, that Guru, every day he would go begging himself with his own hand, he would cook and eat that. Not that so much money was there and he was enjoying it. No, that is very wrong. So then gradually people became convinced, really he is a saintly person, then everyone began helping. So that temple took like 120 years to build. Because 7 walls. If you go there now you can see, huge place. So, the Guru was always, other criminals were helping him, then the Guru promised, don't worry, I'll pay you later, I'll pay you later. Then all the money was used in the construction, and all the criminals became angry. Gurudev is cheating us, why he's not paying? Then they were making a plan, they'll slit his throat and take his money. The criminals were talking. Then the disciple who could walk on water, he said, don't do that. I know where Gurudev has kept all his money. Swiss bank account. I know where all the money is hidden, I will take you there. So they got one of the huge boats that they used to carry the stone and marble. And they filled it up with all the criminals and they began rowing across the Kaveri. In the middle of the river, what happened? That disciple pulled the plug and the boat went to the bottom of the river, everyone died. No, because he could walk on water. So, nice stories about temple construction. So the deity of Ranganath, very, very famous. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there. So when he was chanting and dancing in the courtyard of Ranganath temple, everyone became so much enchanted. So that was the beginning of the rainy season. Tamil Nadu, South India. So, when the Lord, that was the beginning of the rainy season, that is called Chaturmas. Chatur means 4. 4 months of the rainy season, devotees, sadhus especially, don't go here and there. Why? Because at that time it would rain so much, the rivers would be flooded, also so much disease and sickness. So sadhus would stay in one place, especially they like to choose any holy place, and there 4 months they would perform their service to Krishna. So Mahaprabhu also would follow Chaturmas, 4 months. Little difficult. First month not eating green leafy vegetables. Come and give it high. First month don't eat green leafy vegetables. Second month no yogurt. Third month no milk. Fourth month no nothing. No eggplant. Tomato, or mustard seed. Anyway, so Mahaprabhu spent those 4 months. The idea is to simplify your bodily necessities and concentrate on devotion. So there was the devotee Vyantak Bhatta and his brother Vyantak and Gopal Bhatta Goswami was also there, but he was a young boy. And his uncle, Prabhupada Saraswati, it means a great family of devotees were living there near the temple of Ranganath. So when they saw the beauty of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they invited him, please, to stay 4 months with us. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so much beautiful, so much affectionate to the family. Family became like bound by his grace. Especially Vyantak Bhatta, he was a great worshipper of Lakshmi Narayan. You've heard of Lakshmi Narayan, Janika? He's Krishna with 4 hands. And everyone offers prayers in awe and reverence. Lakshmi Narayan. But we don't worship Lakshmi Narayan. We worship Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna is very sweet. Lord Narayan has weapons. Club, discus. Krishna has no weapons. Only flute. But that flute is a very dangerous weapon also. By flute he attracts the hearts of everyone. Especially the minds of the chaste housewives of Vrindavan. So that flute also very dangerous. All other incarnations have so much opulence, gold, jewels. But Krishna, what's he wearing? Flower garland, cowherd boy. There's so much, even though according to philosophy, Krishna and Lord Narayan is the same person. Like if JDK comes in wearing a tuxedo, okay. Comes in wearing board shorts, okay. Same person but different mood, understand? I'm giving a material example, or a spiritual one. So Lord Narayan and Krishna is the same person, but there's some difference. When you wear a tuxedo, you have to behave in a certain manner. When you wear a pair of board shorts, you behave in another manner. So Krishna is a cowherd boy, he behaves in one very free, very affectionate manner. And when he appears as Lord Narayan, then he is the Supreme Lord, and everyone better know it. But same person, only different moods of worship. So the Sri Sampradaya, they worship Lakshmi Narayan with awe and reverence. And the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu worship Radha Krishna with no reverence at all, only affection, prema. So how they met, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spent 4 months with them and became very intimate with all of them. They became so intimate, Vyantak Bhadra and Mahaprabhu were like friends, sakiras, means joking, ha, he. But Mahaprabhu did not preach to him. Mahaprabhu waited, that relation is very thick and strong, then Mahaprabhu. Isn't it true? If someone likes you, you can tell them anything and they'll accept. If someone doesn't like you, nobody you tell the best things in the world, that person will not accept. It's a matter of affection. It's like that with Krishna, like that with Guru, like that with anything. For example, we know Gurudev would speak his class, instead of saying the bumblebees are humming, Gurudev would say the bumblebees are hammering. The disciple has affection for Gurudev, they feel how charming. They would laugh, feel so much happiness. It was affection. Those who have no affection, who have come to find fault with the devotee, bees are humming, does he know English? Isn't it a fact? If it was someone you love, even they do very wrong things or strange things, you feel very happy by them. And someone you don't have love, even they give you the best instruction in the world, you'll only find fault day and night in that person. Like Kata. Someone sitting in the lecture, they don't like the speaker, they'll be there 3 hours. How to find a fault. This is nature, therefore you hear Harikatha, must be relation, affection to the speaker. Otherwise you cannot hear anything, you'll run. Oh my God, this is like hell. This is a fact. It's like that with Krishna. Like the demons, when they hear about Krishna stealing butter, what are they thinking? Why Krishna is stealing from the poor persons? What a low-class guy. The demons found any happiness in Krishna pastime? Only always finding fault, 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 fault. In Krishna, what to speak of Guru, what to speak of us. So affection is very much important. So therefore Mahaprabhu 4 months just made affection, friendly dealings. And then at the end of 4 months, then Mahaprabhu joked with him. Oh, Vyantak, I have a question. Lakshmi is considered the most chaste woman in the universe. Why she gave up the service of her husband, Lord Narayan, and came to Krishna? Then Vyantak Bhadra also laughing. Well, Krishna and Lord Narayan is the same person, so technically her chastity was not broken. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, if that is the case, why Lakshmi could not achieve the service of Krishna? If they're the same person, why Lakshmi could not serve Krishna? Why Krishna not accepted her? When Mahaprabhu said that, Vyantak Bhadra could not answer. And he bowed to the Lord, I cannot understand, you are the Supreme Lord himself, you are Krishna. Therefore you please explain. Therefore the wives of Kaliya, they prayed, Kasanu Bhava Vasena Deva Vidmihi, Todangri Renu Chalana Spasatikara. Vanshante Sri Lalan Acharada Tapo, Bhimanyeva, Adichirat Dritabrata. The wives of Kali, they prayed, we don't understand what good activities our husband has performed that he could get the foot dust of Krishna upon his body. But Lakshmi could not get the foot dust of Krishna even though she performed austerities for a very long time. Therefore when you come to Vrindavan, Just across from Keshigat there is the forest, Belvan. Very nice that day. Across the river, and walk, long walk, 2-3 kilometers. And there is a very isolated place called Belvan. And Lakshmi is there. If you go in all temples in the world, you'll see Lakshmi there blessing them. But when you go to the Lakshmi temple in Vrindavan, what's Lakshmi doing? And she is begging mercy for you. Understand? Everywhere else she's giving mercy. But in Vrindavan, she's begging mercy. Why? Lakshmi, when she saw the beauty of Krishna in Vrindavan, she became so much attractive. Narayan is attractive, he is beautiful, but Krishna is thousands and millions of times more beautiful. Lakshmi, what seva she has? Only massaging the feet. Nothing more. But the gopis, what seva they have? They all tell Krishna, I'm tired, massage my feet. They can do it. When Krishna saw the super excellent beauty of Krishna and the loving dealings he had with the gopis, then Lakshmi developed a desire. I want that also. So she came to Vrindavan and she performed austerities for a long time. Like in the temple, we offer many good things to Krishna. Like we offer very good things here in the temple. Pizza. What else? What did Krishna get yesterday? Pizza, tomato sauce. Many things. But in Lakshmi's temple, what's she getting offered? Khichdi without salt. For a long time she worshipped Krishna, and Krishna came, what do you want? She says, I want to serve you like the gopis. Then Krishna said there are some conditions. Number one, you'll have to give up thinking I'm the wife of Lord Narayan. So you'll have to stop thinking I'm a Brahmani. Do you understand Brahmani? I'll explain. Huh? Brahmani, Lord Narayan is Brahman. He's the original Brahman. He gave Brahman Gayatri to Lord Brahman. So she has the Abhiman Brahman. You'll have to give up thinking I'm from a high class. Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune. You've heard of me? The consort of the Supreme Lord. You'll have to give up all that thinking. And you'll have to think I'm a gopi in Vrindavan. Can you do? Lakshmi was thinking. Then Krishna said, you'll also have to give up your husband and marry a cowherd boy. In the middle of the night, leave your husband by secret and come and meet me in the forest. Can you do it? She said, I will marry a dirty cowherd man. Impossible. Because in all other incarnations, the mood of Swaki is there, married. Relation. But in Vrindavan, Radha Krishna are not married. So according to mundane vision there, relationship is illegal. Because how much risk they have to meet each other. That risk gives one an incredible taste. So slowly understanding the other. Don't misunderstand. Misunderstand is like poison. Not understand anything, that's okay. Misconception is like poison. So very carefully we try and enter this topic. So otherwise we think, well, Radha Krishna, they're not married, why I need to marry? I can do it. And all type of problems come. So, Mahaprabhu explained, if they are like Narayan and Krishna are the same person, then why she cannot get the seva of Krishna? Nayam sriyangu natantrirase prasadam swayoshadana nalinaganda ruchakuta anyam. That good fortune achieved by the Braja Gopis, that was not even achieved by Lakshmi. So when they heard that, Vyantakpada became stunned. He could not answer. And he surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You are Krishna himself. Only you can explain. Then Mahaprabhu explained the glories of Radhika. Nayam sukhapu bhagavan dehinam gopika sutta jnaninam chatmabhutanam yata bhakti matamiha. Krishna, Sukadeva Goswami explained, Krishna can only be achieved by the process of spontaneous devotion. He cannot be achieved by feelings of awe and reverence. What is the proof? The proof is the Vedas themselves. The personified the personified Vedas also offered prayers to become Braja Gopis. That prayer is. Naivan mana dvid aks yuga ridig yogovan muneo apasate api yor smanad api smanad. The personified Vedas at the beginning of creation, they wake up the Lord by offering prayers. So the personified Vedas also prayed. We are not interested in liberation of merging into your body. Because even the demons who hate Krishna achieve that same thing. So why bother going to yoga classes and spending so much money, JDK? To get liberation of merging with the Lord, just hate Krishna and you'll get the same result. Because at the time of death, they're full of envy of Krishna and hatred of Krishna. So when Krishna kills them, what do they think of when they die? Krishna. One who thinks of Krishna at the time of death never takes birth again. So why do very hard austerities to control the body, the mind, the senses, doing pranayama, meditation? Why waste? It says even if you run at the speed of mind for thousands of lifetimes, to get that liberation of merging with Krishna is very difficult to achieve. Why waste your time? Just hate Krishna. But make sure you hate him properly. Like Shishupal. There was one demon. He was born with 3 eyes and 4 hands. So his mother wanted to get rid of him. But a voice came, don't abandon your child. I think the child, when he was born, he used to cry like a donkey. So inauspicious. So the mother was thinking of somehow getting rid of the child. Then voice came, no. Whoever holds your child, prime and causes the extra eyes and arms to disappear, that person will waste the cause of your son's death. So the mother, she would go around putting little baby Shishupal on the laps of every visitor. But the arms and extra arms and eyes never disappeared. Then when she put the baby on the lap of Krishna, all the deformities disappeared. So that Shishupal's mother was Krishna's aunt, some relation with her. So Shishupal's mother became very happy, my baby is normal. But very sad, Krishna will kill my son. Therefore she said, Krishna, please give me the benediction, no matter how many offenses my son commits to you, you always forgive him. Krishna said, I bless you, mother. I will forgive him 100 times. So baby Shishupal, from birth, he knew Krishna would kill him. So he hated Krishna. So he would always criticize him, always blaspheme him, always speak bad things about him, always spread bad rumors about him. 24 hours a day. But he was careful never to make more than 100. Maybe have a little clicker or something. For example, he'd wake up, damn, Krishna. And he would start criticizing. Then he'd go and brush his teeth. Then the clock goes back to 0. Understand? Then after he'd brush his teeth and had shower, then he'd criticize Krishna some more. Then he'd take breakfast. Then it would go back to 0. He never thought of anyone else or spoke of anything else except Krishna. But he had no love, he was full of envy. And anyhow, he thought of Krishna. Anyhow you approach Krishna, that is auspicious. Kama, dvesha, boya, sneda, gita, bhakta, sri, manaha. Whether you approach him in envy, hate, fear, lust, or affection. Like Shishupal approached by envy. Kamsa approached by fear. He knew Krishna will kill me, he was always afraid of Krishna. Always thinking of Krishna in fear. The gopis always thought of Krishna in lust. And devotees like Narada always thought in devotion. But anyhow they came to Krishna, so they get a good result. So what happened at the time of the Rajasuya Yagya? At the time of the Rajasuya Yagya, they were choosing the best person to worship. Because all the important persons of the whole world had come. Even the demigods had come. So who is the best person? Then Shishupal spoke, glorifying Krishna. Krishna is the best person because he is the cause of everything. And whatever else you see in this world is nothing but him. He's the cause and the effect of everything. Just like thread. Some thread goes this way, some thread goes that way. And you make a cloth. But the thread is doing everything. So whatever you see, that thread is Krishna himself in all this. If he began glorifying him, he has a spiritual body, no deterioration. He's the source of all Vedic knowledge. He should be worshipped and no one else. So everyone clapped. Except Shishupal. He was like, I can't believe what's going on. But he didn't say anything. He was really smart. He thought, if I prove that Krishna's the worst, that's no benefit. They'll just choose someone else. So like if someone's honored, then they're disrespected after that. Imagine. Like remember the guy, the Canadian, he won the gold medal? What was his name? Ben Johnson? Remember he won the gold medal in the 100-meter sprint? And he got the gold medal. Then it was like, next day he failed the drug test. And everyone was like, ugh. So if they caught him before the race, it's bad, but it's not so bad. It's like winning the gold medal and having it ripped off. So Shishupal was thinking like that. I'll wait till he's worshipped by everyone, and then I'll prove he's the worst. And this is double bonus, because Krishna will also be disrespected in front of everyone. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, for one who is respected, disrespect is worse than death. So Yudhishthira Maharaj worshipped Krishna with his tears, he washed his feet. And with his cloth he dried the feet of Krishna. Then Shishupal stood up. I can't believe it. Really, this is Kali Yuga coming. Because you have all been listening to the foolish words of this boy Sahadev. Who is Krishna? He doesn't even know who his father is. What does that mean? Bastard. Some say Nanda Baba his father, some say Vasudev. One who doesn't even know who his own father is, you can imagine what type of person he is. He is a thief, a criminal. He never does anything. What does Krishna do? What's his job? He has no job. He stole the kingdom of his uncle by killing him when he wasn't looking. So when he kills his own uncle, he's the best person. Krishna, how he earned a kingdom. He's not from a royal family. He's like a crow that steals the offering meant for the worship of the devas. He's independent. He never follows any rules and regulations. It's not a blasphemy, Krishna. Mahabharata, 4 pages. It's pretty nice to read. Everything he's saying is true, but in an opposite way. Who is Krishna's father? He has no father. He's the Supreme Lord. He's the mother and father of everyone. Therefore, no one knows who his father is because he has no father. Understand? He's independent. He never acts according to the scriptures. It's true. Because Krishna is always beyond the scriptures. Therefore, everything Shishupal said is true. Saraswati God made all his words come from his mouth. So really this is a glorification of Krishna. So when he was criticizing Krishna, he became so absorbed. Some people wanted to kill him, to stop him, but Krishna stopped. Because today Shishupal forgot his going on and on and on, 4 pages. And what is Krishna doing? Smiling and hearing and counting. 97, 98, 99. Krishna gave him a few extra. Okay, 108. Then, because Krishna is very happy today, Shishupal forgot everything. Even he forgot about death. He's just completely absorbed in me. So Krishna at that time cut off his head. Okay, Emily? Happy? Why Krishna cut off his head at that time? Because he was completely absorbed in remembering Krishna. So it's a great mercy. So Shishupal, when he was killed, immediately he became liberated and went to the spiritual world. So, the point is, Dinabandhu, what's the use in performing big meditations? Big austerities? Going to the Himalaya and living on a cave and living off wheat grass juice. What's the benefit? You have the same liberation you will get just by hating Krishna. Because when Krishna killed him, then Shishupal entered into the feet of Krishna. Dinabandhu ki jai. Therefore the personified Vedas prayed. Instead of that liberation, we want the liberation just like the gopis got. the gopis are always embraced by the snake-like arms of Krishna. We want that same feeling the gopis have. Therefore Mahaprabhu explained, even the personified Vedas want to follow the footsteps of the gopis. Therefore you should also do. Therefore Krishna can only be achieved by following the footsteps of the Braja gopis, not by any other means. Therefore Lakshmi could not achieve the shelter and the service of Krishna in Vrindavan, but the gopis could. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained that, Vyantakbhata had a complete transformation. Because before Vyantakbhata was thinking, Narayana is the Supreme Lord, he is the source of Krishna, but by hearing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's explanation, he could understand, no, Krishna is the source of Narayana and all other incarnations. Therefore, Narayan hoiti Krishna asadharana gun ateva Lakshmi Krishna Trishna nikshun. Krishna has 4 qualities which are not present even in Lord Narayan. Okay? Only Krishna has a super excellent form, Rupa Madhuri. Only Krishna plays the flute. Today is Nrsimhadev's appearance day. Will Nrsimhadev play the flute? No. Only Krishna can do that. Rupa Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, Leela Madhuri. Only Krishna performs very nice pastimes, like Ras Leela, like stealing butter, anything. Only Krishna does. Lord Narayan will never do. And only Krishna has Parikar Madhuri. His devotees also have very sweet, intimate relationship with Krishna. The devotees of Lord Narayan do not have that intimacy. Like when Gopakumar went to Vaikuntha, then he saw Lord Narayan, he went to run up and embrace him, like the Vrindavan residents of Vrindavan do. But what happened? All the security guards, hey, what are you doing? Don't go, like when you go to the, what is it, the immigration? Stay behind the red line until called. Don't approach the Lord and don't breathe so heavily your breath may go on him and cause offense. Stand behind the rope and offer prayers. The Gopakumar was not happy. They were, what are you wearing this coward boy dress for? This is not the dress of Vaikuntha. Get some proper clothes. Therefore Vaikuntha feelings of awe and reverence are prominent, but in Vrindavan there is no, these feelings are not there. Because that speciality is there in Krishna Parikar Madhuri. So Krishna has these 4 things that attracted Lakshmi from the service of Narayan to the service of Krishna. In this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu completely demolished all the beliefs of Vyantakbhata. One devotee said to me, preaching means to make that person in front of you understand everything they do in their life is a complete waste of time. So after demolishing everything Vyantakbhata believed his whole life, then Mahaprabhu said, Duk na bhavya bhata kohila parihas sastra siddhant suna yate vaishnav viswas. Then Mahaprabhu said, oh, don't worry Vyantakbhata, I am just joking. But what I'm saying, this is the conclusion, every devotee has their own nishtha, their own faith. There is no difference between Krishna and Narayan. They're the same form. There is no difference between the gopis and the goddess of fortune. Therefore, the goddess of fortune associates with Krishna in the form of the gopis. So, when Vyantakbhata heard that, all his conceptions completely changed. He surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and from that day he accepted the worship of Radha Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Therefore, I can now understand devotional service to Lord Krishna is the supreme most form of worship. And you've given all this to me just by speaking. How Gurudev gives knowledge, you go other groups, you pay $50, Guru zaps you on the forehead. He puts you on a macrobiotic diet, he does this, he does that. But as Sampradaya, how Guru gives all knowledge? Just by speaking. Therefore, you have made my life successful just by your instructions. So they became great followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That time, a small boy was there, his name was Gopal Bhatta. He was only 6 or 7. But for 4 months he served Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like massaging something. And the Lord had so much love for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Afterwards, that small boy became the great devotee, Gopal Bhatta Goswami. He wrote books, especially Hari Bhakti Vilas, describing all the rules and regulations of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Another devotee, Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, he was treated as sannyas in the Ramanuja Sampradaya, but he gave up everything and became a great devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you read his books, Chandrika, you'll become completely mad. Have you read the Chaitanya Chandramrita? Has anyone read that? Beautiful. Beautiful. Really, I don't understand. Really, he's my favorite. His poetry, his verses, really, you read, you become astonished. He described the glories of Vrindavan. Vrindavan Mahamudra. You read that? Amazing. The glories of Radharani, Radharas Sudanidhi. All these astonishing ones. So that, you hear. Radharas Sudanidhi especially. Guru Maharaj had so much affection for that book. So, how all these astonishing moods came? Only by the grace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu moved everywhere. Everywhere he went, he spread the service of Radha and Krishna, the glories of Radha and Krishna. Mahaprabhu came to one temple, and there was one Brahmin reading Bhagavad Gita. But that Brahmin was not very literate. Understand? He could not read or write very well. Therefore, he was speaking Bhagavad Gita, and there was so much mistake in his pronunciation that all the other so-called learned persons were laughing at him. But when he was reading Gita, he was only crying. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was attracted. He said, "Dear sir, please explain to me what is in Bhagavad Gita that catches your heart and makes you weep? What verse is there?" And the Brahmin said, Murka ami sabdata nahi jani Bhagavad Gita pore Guru Agya mani. I am a fool. I cannot read or write. My Guru has ordered me to read Bhagavad Gita. So I open the page, but whatever page I open, I see the form of Krishna driving the chariot of Arjuna. And I think, how kind is Krishna? Chariot driver means like, taxista. Very low job. The Supreme Lord has become a taxista, a taxi driver for his own devotee. Arjuna is saying, Krishna, Keshav, take my chariot in the middle of the army. That means Krishna is now being controlled by Arjuna. Go here, do this. And Krishna is doing it. How much love he has for Arjuna. He is taking such a bad position just to protect him. When I think of that, how kind is Krishna? Bhakta Vatsalya. He's an ocean of love for his devotees. When I see that, I cry. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, your reading of Bhagavad Gita is perfect. You are the spirit. You are the acharya, the guru of the study of Bhagavad Gita. You understand. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu everywhere he went. Mahaprabhu came to another devotee. Read this Mandilila. All Mahaprabhu's pastimes there after sunrise. Mahaprabhu came to another devotee. That devotee was a great devotee of Lord Ram. Understand that? Krishna has many incarnations, many expansions. All those incarnations are also eternal. A devotee, according to their eternal mood, they like one incarnation. Like today is the appearance day of Nrsingadev. But we worship Krishna, and we worship Nrsingadev to help our love for Krishna. Not that we give up Krishna and worship Nrsingadev. So, that devotee was a great devotee of Lord Ram. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to where he was living in the forest. Then the Brahmin was very happy. Wait here! And the Brahmin was waiting. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock. Just sitting there. It's not good. When a guest comes, isn't it? Oh, you want some water? Would you like? But he was only sitting there. And Mahaprabhu was asking, don't mind, what's happening for lunch? You are not cooking prasad, it's already 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And the Brahmin said, how I can cook? Lakshman hasn't come back from the forest with any vegetables. And he's so much absorbed in Ram pastime. Ram went to the forest for 14 years with Lakshman and Sita. Then every day Lakshman would go and collect, like potatoes, papas, and like fruits and sabjis and leaves. He would collect in the forest, bring back, and Sita would cook, and they would offer to Ram. So that devotee is so much absorbed in thinking of Ram and the pastimes. He's thinking, I'm there. He said, I cannot cook. Lakshman hasn't brought the vegetables. So much absorbed. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, wait. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and collected. People gave him vegetables. He said, Lakshman gave these to me, cooked. He's so much absorbed. Even materialists become something like this. There's a story of Einstein. Einstein was always thinking relative theory, quantum mathematics, always absorbed. Then one day in the university he was walking out of the cafeteria, and he thinking, he hit one student. Then, where am I? Okay. Then he asked the student, when I walked into you, was I coming from the cafeteria or going to the cafeteria? The student said, sir, you were coming from the cafeteria. Then Einstein said, okay, that means I took lunch. Even materialists become absorbed. These are material things of no benefit. And what to speak of the absorption of the devotees. David said the pure devotees are so much absorbed in the service of Radha Krishna, they don't even know when they take birth or when they die. That much absorbed. They have no relation with this body. If someone on that platform, was it very easy to understand? How do you understand these devotees? If like very high class devotees, everything they do is for us, it's inconceivable. Why they say something, what they do, what is their mood, what is their feeling, how you will know. Therefore it says, Bhattavavi Savadhanam. With high class Vaishnava, always we have to be very careful that we don't think anything wrong. Everything they're doing is for the happiness of Krishna. But because we're on a very low platform, we cannot understand. So, like Arjuna, when Arjuna went to the heavenly planets, then Indra was putting on a musical dance show for him. And in the heavenly planets, imagine the women, how beautiful they are, the Apsaras. Best amongst the Apsaras is Urvasi. So she was dancing, and Arjuna was looking at her, she was looking at Arjuna. She thought Arjuna loves me. So night time, Arjuna also saw handsome, same color as Krishna. She approached Arjuna's house. It's not Domino's Pizza. What do you want? She said, I saw you looking at me, you're also very handsome. My heart is controlled by Cupid. Please enjoy me tonight. And Arjuna was like, what? I saw you looking at me again and again. Arjuna said, I was thinking you are my mother. Because I have heard Urvasi is the mother of the dynasty of the Purus. I was thinking my mother danced very nicely. Who can understand? These high class, there's so many stories. Who can understand their behavior? One time, these are more stories. One time, Gorka showed us Babaji Maharaj. That's our Gurujis. Gurus. Gorka showed us. He was blind. Why? He never even wasted time going to beg food. Okay, stomach, you want something? Eat dirt. That much. Understand? So much, no interest in this world. So if we eat dirt, what happens? Become blind. Therefore, one man came and he would just wear one cloth, summer and winter. No house, just lived under an upside down bed, upside down boat. If he needed a new cloth, he'd go to the graveyard and take a new one off a dead body. Means no interest. Then one man came one day and gave him 5 rupees and a new chadar. You know chadar? What's a chadar? Shawl. So Babaji Maharaj, he put the 5 rupees here and the chadar he kept here. And every few minutes he checked the money. So one man was watching. Then he began criticizing. Oh, what type of man is this? He's always filling the nice chadar and he's completely attached to material things. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his disciple, said, fool, you cannot understand him at all. That man wanted to do some Vaishnava seva. So Babaji Maharaj is encouraging his devotion. Oh, very nice chadar. Oh, 5 rupees he gave me. Very nice. He's encouraging that man's devotion. And the next day Babaji Maharaj gave the 5 rupees and chatted to someone else. And Guru Maharaj said, because we cannot serve Guru Krishna directly, therefore we serve through Gurudev. Imagine if we gave something really nice to Gurudev and Gurudev goes, come on man, I got hundreds of these things. And how would we feel, no? Then our enthusiasm, our love, everything would be completely demolished. Therefore Guru Maharaj, isn't it Gokishas Babaji Maharaj encouraging his attraction and service to the devotees? It's not any material thing. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur could understand, but the materialists could not understand. So many stories. I remember Gurudev was in Vrindavan, and like, we brought like 80 Chinese guys came. They gave mountains of stuff to Gurudev. Stuff Gurudev would never use in a million years. When's Gurudev going to eat Chinese lozenges? Chopsticks. Chinese, farming hats. When's Gurudev going to wear those things? 300 pairs of socks. Green, blue, Things Gurudev has no need of at all. But I saw everything. Oh, what is that? Good song. Oh, good song. Every single Chinese guy was weeping. Oh, Gurudev would so much accept my offering. He has no need, he'll never use that stuff in a million years. But he's encouraging their devotion, their affection. Everyone thinks, oh. Even though I remember one lady hand knitted some socks and Gurudev was like, oh, did they fit? And in front of that lady, that lady was weeping. Only time she met Gurudev, a few weeks later she died. Her life she lived. So understand, not easy to understand what Vaishnavas do, even what they say, how they behave. So you have to be careful. So this man is sitting, he was there till 3 o'clock, just sitting there. The Mahaprabhu asked, you are not cooking? Oh, how I can cook? Lakshman has not come. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can understand. An ordinary person would not understand. Mahaprabhu brought the vegetables, then the Brahmin cooked and gave to Mahaprabhu, but the devotee was not eating anything. He was just sitting there. Then Mahaprabhu asked, Prabhu kohe vipra kohe kore upavas kohe te dukkena kore utas. You are fasting, Mahaprabhu. Why you are so unhappy? Why are you so worried? Vipra kohe jivan mori nahi prayojan agni jal praveshiya chodiya jivan. I have no reason to live. My life is useless. I will enter water or enter fire or commit suicide. Why? Sita was kidnapped by the demon Ravan. How I can tolerate such a thing, therefore I'll commit suicide. Due to this great unhappiness of thinking Sita has been kidnapped, I cannot live anymore. My body is burning day and night, but I am not dying as I wish to die. This is called devotion. Narottam Das Thakur said, what reason I am living, we're eating high. For what happiness I'm keeping this body. Then Mahaprabhu said, you are a learned person, you should think the body of Sita is completely spiritual. Ravan cannot see it, or just touch it, or kidnap it. Therefore, to say nothing of touching Mother Sita, a person with material senses cannot even see her. Okay, I believe we were talking this morning. We cannot see the spiritual form of Krishna. Therefore Krishna comes in the form of the deity. Then we can see him, serve him. Now we are seeing Krishna like a metal statue. Because we are completely material. But when we make more devotion, then the middle class devotee, they understand, wow, Krishna knows what I'm thinking. He's happy with me. Yeah, he was pleased with my offering. You will feel these things. The middle class. And when you reach the highest stage of devotion, the deity will talk with you. Give you instruction. There will be exchanges. So, as soon as Ravan came before Sita, she disappeared. And to cheat Ravan, she gave him a material form. Aprakrit vastu nahi prakrit gocha ved purari kohe niranta. Spiritual subject matter can never be understood by the material senses. That is the conclusion of all the Vedic scriptures. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu assured him, have faith in my words and do not burden your mind anymore with that material conception. So all the Brahmin was fasting to death. He had faith in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he accepted prasad. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saved his life. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to South India, he brought 2 books with him, Brahma Samhita and Krishna Karnamrita. But he took one page of the Kurma Puran which described how Ravan only stole the shadow form of Sita, not the real form. And Mahaprabhu gave that page to the Brahmin, and the Brahmin became so much happy. So many constellations. Anybody little kirtan to welcome, especially yourself?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to Jagannath Puri. Okay, Krishna Chaitanya, Haribol. Thanks for coming. Have a good day. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to Jagannath Puri. That time all the eternal associates of Mahaprabhu also began coming. 2 types of souls, Emily. Some souls always forget Krishna, like ourselves. Some souls never forget Krishna, eternally perfected souls. So Mahaprabhu returned to Jagannath Puri. Who came up? Sarup Damodar Goswami. Have you heard of him? Never heard of Sarup Damodar Goswami? Wow, that's not good. He's the Guru of our Sampradaya. So nice to know him. We are not just Rupanugas, followers of Rupa Goswami. Because Rupa Goswami is also a follower of Sarup Damodar. We are not just Rupanuga, we are called Sarup Rupanuga Vaishnavas. So Swarup Damodar is like the spiritual master of everyone. So we have to know him. He was also, his name was Purushottam Acharya. And he was with Mahaprabhu during his childhood pastimes. Whole life. But he said, out of some madness I went to Varanasi and took sannyas. And halfway through the ceremony of sannyas, he heard Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was taking sannyas and going to Jagannath Puri. In the middle of the ceremony, he just stood up and ran. Everybody knows he was sannyas, he kept his brahmachari name and wore brahmachari cloth. Sannyasi. So when he heard Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had returned to Jagannath Puri, he ran there and he prayed to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Only two main pranam mantras of Mahaprabhu. One is Rupa Goswami. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Namne Goda Trishe Namaha. I offer my obeisances to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is the most munificent incarnation. He is Krishna himself, and therefore he can bestow love of Krishna to all. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. He gives Krishna prema to everyone. And another one is by Swarup Damodar. When he saw the Lord, he fell at his feet. Hello, Danita Kedaya, Visadaya, Chita Pita Modaya, Pramila Modaya, Samyak Shastra Vinodaya, Sarasada, Chita Pita Modaya, Satsat Bhakti Vinodaya, Sarasamadaya, Madhuja Majadaya, Sri Chaitanya Daya Nidhi Tavadaya, Bhuya Damandodaya. How many times he says Doya, Doya? Doya means merciful. Who is he? Hello, Danit, I won't explain. Hello, that he gave obeisances. He said, how kind are you? I ran away from you, but you came behind and caught me and dragged me back to yourself. So Swarup Damodar is very much important. He could sing like a Gandhara from the heavenly planets. He knew all musical instruments. In knowledge of scripture, he was just like Brihaspati, the spiritual master of demigods. He was like an ocean of devotion, Krishna Ras, Tattvavet, Deha, Premarup. He is the form of love of Krishna. Sakshat Mahaprabhu Dvitiya Sura. He is the second body of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I think that makes sure we know him. Unless we think of Swarup Damodar, pray for his mercy, no one can have devotion. Therefore, Guru gives introduction to all these things. When we pray, that pranam mantra, what is that? Pranam mantra? I cannot think of it, I cannot say it every day. What is it? Nam Shrestha Manamapi Satsi Putram Atra Sarupam Sirupam Tasvajatam Urupurim Mathurim Goshnam Radha Kund Girivarano Ho Radhika Madhavasi Prapto Yasa Pratita Kripaya Sri Gurupam. Why Gurudev is great? Because he gives all these things to us. Who does he give? He gives the best name, Nam Shrestha. What is the best name? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. No name is superior to that. Sarva mantras, sarva nam, shastra mama. All names, all mantras, all scriptures inside that Maha mantra. Nam Shrestha. Sachiputra, he gives Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Atrat Sarupam, he gives Swarup Damodar. Sirupa. He gives Sri Rupa Goswami and his older brother Sanatana Goswami. He gives Mathura, he gives Govardhan, Radha Kund, Shan Kund, and gives the direct seva of Radha Krishna. Tamnamos, again and again I bow to Govardhan, the spirit. It's that type of spiritual master. Therefore, he was the second expansion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His body was considered the embodiment of pure devotion. He was very silent. He would not speak so much with anyone. He remained in a solitary place. No one could even understand where he was most of the time. Always absorbed in his own thinking. But he was all scripture. He knew it. No one could speak anything which was against scripture in front of him. Therefore he appeared. Then 2 or 3 days later, Govinda appeared. Govinda Das, the personal servant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Also, Mahaprabhu had so many sannyasi followers also. A nice story is here. Amongst one of them, Giri was Brahmanda Bharati. He was senior to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, one day Brahmanda Bharati was not wearing sannyas cloth. What was he wearing? A black deerskin. And he was moving. So normally Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would give obeisances to Brahmanda Bharati. But when he was wearing the black deerskin, Mahaprabhu would ask him again and again, "Where is Brahmanda Bharati? Where is Brahmanda Bharati? I cannot see him. Where is Brahmanda Bharati?" Even though Brahmanda Bharati was right in front of him. Then Brahmanda Bharati became ashamed. Oh, he is not impressed with my black deerskin. He could understand. The Lord not saying directly, but saying indirectly. And he said, "Oh, I am here, Lord, I am here." Then Mahaprabhu said, "Impossible. My spiritual master, Brahmanda Bharati, would never wear a black deerskin." Then Brahmanda Bharati thought, "He has said true. One cannot cross the ocean of birth and death wearing a black deerskin." So he went and took off his black deerskin and put back on sannyas cloth. Then Mahaprabhu saw him, he bowed again and again. So some people say, "Oh, I'm following you internally." Dude, you're following internally, no need to follow externally. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you have to follow internally and externally. Because you should, only the soul is for Krishna's happiness and not this body. Come on. Everything is for Krishna's happiness. What you do externally and internally is both for Krishna. Both belong to him. How you can only give him half or a quarter? Seva sadhaka rupana sila rupana chakra. You cannot just follow internally. Mahaprabhu said you follow externally, like a sadhak, and internally also. So both things we have to do. Then they had a joke. Then, because some people think there's only one soul, one, understand, we're all God. So there was a joke between Mahaprabhu and Brahmanda Bharati. So, what did they say? I want to read it directly. Brahmanda Bharati said, "Sampraptik Dui Brahma Iha Chalachal Jagannath Achal Brahma Tumi Tu Sachal." Very sweet. Brahmanda Bharati said, "I see two forms. I see two forms. One is the form of the deity, Jagannath. That is one form of the Lord. He never moves. And the other form of the Lord moves everywhere. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I see two forms of God. One moving, Mahaprabhu, and one not moving. That is the deity, Jagannath. Of the two forms of God, one is fair complexion, the other one is dark complexion. Both of them are delivering the whole world. Brahmanda Bharati was glorifying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "No, due to your truth, there are now two Brahmans, two absolute truths. One is me, Chaitanya, and the other one is Brahmanda Bharati." Some people think the soul, individual soul is God. So Mahaprabhu, understand, Brahmanda Bharati said there are two forms of Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the deity. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "No, there are two forms, you and me. And you are also Bhagavan, I am also Bhagavan." Then they began arguing. Both Brahmanda and Gaurahari are moving, whereas Jagannath is not moving. Understand, Jadika? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, some people think all souls are God. Tattvamasi, you know, you've heard that? Tattvamasi, you are also that, think like this. Tattvamasi means not you are that, but you belong to him. So all these, they give these convoluted meanings to give some proof that the individual soul does not have to serve and surrender to the Supreme Soul. I think we are the same as Krishna. Why should I serve him? So Mahaprabhu is joking with him. "Oh no, I am Bhagavan, you are also Bhagavan." The Brahmanda Bharati said, "No, because the individual soul is only in one body, but the Supreme Soul is in all bodies. Therefore, difference is there. One is the controller, one is the controlled. For example, we do not want old age. We don't want to lose our job. But that is forced upon us, therefore we are not independent. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Brahmanda Bharati said, "I am not independent." Why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took away my deerskin. This is proof that he is the controller and I am the control. Therefore he defeated Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So many charming talks they used to have. So much is Go Premanandi! So we'll hear Mahaprabhu's pastimes in Ratha Yatra that they will hear tonight. How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave mercy to the king, Pranaparudra, even though he did not want to. So we'll hear that. Maybe, hopefully tonight, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Vrindavan. I don't think we'll get that far. Go Premanandi. So Maharaj, what's the program for today? Prahlad thing. You do some, everyone do some. Everyone who comes, everyone should read something, we can hear the whole 7th canto. So today is appearance day of please I request. Everyone who is possible, fast, you should not drink water. Ready, Vishwabhapriya? Ready to bleed for the Lord? So try, don't try, don't even drink water up to sunset. Giri, ready? Okay, still it's worth it. You should think of it. Look at the benefit if you go to hospital. Benefit for us, benefit. Try, if you can, try. Only 2-3 days a year we have to fast completely. Krishna's appearance day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is on the same day. So try. Okay, I'm also trying to talk myself into it. Go Premanandi! Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga. Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Gaura 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 Hari. Gaura 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 Hari. Gaura 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol, 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 Go Premanande, Bhagavan Sringadev ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Radha Govinda Gaudiya Mat ki jai, Go Premanande.